अच्छा अपने भैया के साथ जाओ, किसी के साथ जाओ, they'll ask them, were you okay? Did anybody misbehave? We ask our daughters that a lot. We don't ask our sons. You assume that boys can go and nothing will happen to them. The boys can go to this tuition. Don't cry. Yeah. And so they internalize a lot more. So this unseen abuse happens to little boys a lot more. And I think that the solution here is just through information. Parents need to know. Parents need to know that the sweeper, the bus conductor, the driver, the tuition teacher, any of these people could be sexual predators.
Even family members.
Even family members. So you have to be so careful. There was a beautiful film called Monsoon Wedding. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
And there was this one scene in that film where the father says, "I will protect these children from myself if I have to." And I think that is something that we need to remember. As parents, you have to protect your children from everything. Because I don't know actually if this was what it was like when we were children and we just didn't know about it, or we weren't talking about it enough.
Yeah,
but
we were told not to talk about it also. It was kept under the wraps. Yeah, Nazni, even Sharon is somewhere here. Yeah, you know, she took up somebody's case and I'm really happy. Of course, you're not disclosing identities, but she called up Mrs. Satish Sahni, husband used to be police commissioner. So now
I want to add two things.
Empower more women.
I've been writing a column on this for a long time, and I feel there are two things I want to add, Abha, and of course the esteemed panel. You know, we talk about empowering women, we talk about abuse, we talk about the law, but one thing that no one really brings to the fore is value systems. We need to integrate value systems at a very young age, not only for girls but for boys. We don't only have to educate little girls about their protection and not talking to strangers, not going out, you know, sending bhaiya ke saath bhejo. But the most important thing is for mothers to teach young boys about respect for women. And think of the impact that would have when you grow up. Think of what would happen when the boy at such a nascent level subliminally understands that he has to respect women and not look at sex. And you know, because a lot of politicians say, oh, you know, this rape happened because she was dressed badly. Rape is not an act of sex. Rape is an act of violence. Of violence. It's first violence. And that has to be educated at a very young age. All of us have to understand that we don't, have to accept abuse, but a man has to recognize that he not only has to respect his mother, but also other women. And the second point I want to make, Abha, you just alluded to the fact that I take women to the police station, I try to get them help. You talk about lawyers and legal aid. I want you to educate us as to what I often face, you know, women come to me for help, women who want a divorce, men misbehaving. Mrinalini, I recently brought that girl to you. The police is very abysmal to these women. They say bring proof. Now please tell me how a woman is going to bring proof of a man hitting her at night. So this recent case I'm dealing with, which I brought to Mrinalini, and she pro bono very kindly always handles these cases, is that this woman is being beaten by this man regularly. He takes women to hotels and now he wants a divorce for the third time because he feels that he's tired of this woman. How does a woman get the cops to take cognizance and take a woman seriously? Finally, this woman had to go to the commissioner of police as usual. And until you have that quote-unquote sifarish, nothing really moves. So, Abha, why don't you tell us how to take this particular point further and how to get the police to act?
Yeah, I think this is the most important part, getting efficient police help, efficient support, and a person who's honest. Because usually what happens is when a woman goes to complain, everybody gets on the job that let's knock off money if the man is rich or whatever. So it is necessary that where NGOs like Run Summer or NGOs like Brijesh Arya is sitting there from Pehchan. Brijesh, please stand up. He works for all the pavement dwellers. So they are the ones, the whole day they sit in the police station. You know, every pavement of Mumbai, he knows who lives there, which girl is being raped, molested. They take them to the police station. So that is where, to make the police accountable, we need people, all of you who have taken out time to come here. means you feel that Mumbai has to be made safe. We have to help out our children, our girls. So that is where, and police also would also do it. When you pressurize them, when you know you're not going to leave it like that, they have, when you were talking about that, I remember that singer who was going and the police said, you come to the police station, Vadera or something.
But they don't like to lodge an FIR.
Yeah, see, but you know,
they're very afraid of doing an FIR until you pull strings. There is no way.
I think then we are going to use Mrs. Satish Sahani over here.
I have one word to say. I think things are changing. We are having far too many police officers now, lady police officers, who are doing an immensely good job. And they are definitely, now people are approaching them directly, like the police commissioner in Pune. She's a lady and she's a downright very honest and very truthful policeman to the core. And they are following the rules, they are following the code. But more than often,
or Telugu, they're not even going to listen to you. And the switch of how they receive you as soon as they realize that you can speak the local language. I mean, imagine if you can't. I mean, I've learned Marathi after I moved to Mumbai, but I get so. Imagine if you live in Bangalore and you can't speak Kannada. How are you going to? Yes.
They give you a different look on
Yes.
when you start speaking in Marathi.
Yeah, you're one of them. You're one of their own. So, but I have experienced this. I remember when we were very young reporters and we used to go to PHQ a lot, and they used to actually tell us, "Madam, 6 baj gaye, aap log please chale jao." Like, don't hang around the cop station after 6 o'clock. We're not allowed to have you here. It's 6. Well, please go. Come back tomorrow if you haven't gotten what you wanted. But they're always respectful, and in comparison, I think that it's important to compare like and like. In comparison to what happens in other states, I'm not saying there isn't room for improvement, but the Mumbai police is by far the most respectful of women. Then that's just true.
I also feel that law has to be changed right from the ground level where women are concerned, because when we are speaking about crime against women, unfortunately a lot of cases come up where women take advantage of a situation like that, and they say, well, we've been molested over 2 years or 3 years, or we've been raped over 3 years. Why? Because a man has promised them marriage and then not gotten married. So technically you've had an affair, and then the affair is broken up, and then you choose to malign the man publicly. So I feel that is ridiculous, because it's consensual on both sides. So things like that have to be.
From the film industry are speaking on such critical issues.
But that means that the law has to be changed at the very ground level.
That is where I wanted to tell, where the police and the lawyers, everybody starts taking money, because in that consensual relationship, you say rape, and then you say take back the case, and big money exchanges hands.
See, I agree that there's something horribly wrong with our legal system when promising marriage and not marrying is in the same category as being violated and being violently raped. It has to be separated. The way we've written those laws is wrong, and the fact that given the numbers of crime against women in our country and the manner in which these crimes are, they're horrifying. The fact that this legal loophole actually makes us stop and say, but what if it's a false complaint?
Yes, and
It drives me crazy that we allow that at all.
There was a recent report just released 2 to 3 days ago saying actually the false cases were only something.
The reason why the Me Too campaign has become so relevant in today's time. It is. It is relevant.
After 25 years, if people are coming out and they have done it, what they have done it 25 years back.
But you know, I'll tell you something.
For some reason,
You know what? It is relevant because people are accepting. And you know what? When my wall was flooded with women, suddenly like one day I opened my
there were people taking advantage as well, because if you see in Hollywood what's happening, after 25 years, actresses are coming out and talking about it. That time they did it because they wanted to do it, and now today they want it because
so I think, Savita, you will not get many people to agree, because today we are hardcore feminists. But I know you are.
Is she saying
Yeah,
that
what
by
she's
not
saying.
coming out,
Yeah.
by not coming out, and by not speaking about it, are you saying that would help?
No, but
So
why
if
did
she
it
speaks
as an
about
FI
it,
for 25
no,
years?
I'm just saying that.
Okay, I'm really good at this. One at a time, please. One at a time.
Yeah, there she has to take her role now.
Okay, go on. What do you have to say?
After
That's the
25
way.
or 30 years,